Scottish summertime, clouds and a wee drizzly rain. It'll no stop us up. We're out and we're up here today and we're up to pitch up and get settled in. So there's a nice wee river running down out of the hills here. I've followed this a few times right up to the source, but today it's just about a 20-minute walk up to where we're going to camp up. So come on, let's go. I've been at this location quite a few times, so that rock there with the white bit in the end, it always kind of, it looks like a flaming monkey's face. But see it just in the left of the photograph there. Love this wee bit, so I'm going to pitch the tent up there just on the right. But this is a beautiful spot. I come here quite often in the summertime because the pools are so clear. We're down into that one. And that one's about 10 feet deep. Well, the forecast for heavy rain later on, so that's the tarp set up, and I've made sure I've got enough room there to get the tent pitched up, so we'll get that pitched up now. What a cracking wee location though. Right, today, this weekend, we've got the Nordisk Ultra 2. It's a good lightweight tent, 2-man tent. And as I say, I've got the tarp up this weekend because the weather, as I say, it's not promising. The forecast later on is for heavy rain, so we're going to get prepared. So we'll get the tent in there and we'll get the back of it outside, the front of it inside, so we've got a bit for sitting. Well, if there's got to be a location for a tent camp, this is it. Right next to a river, with a waterfall. There's a view this afternoon. It started raining, so I'll take you inside the now and let you see. So there's a wee OEX chair, refoldable, and a few of the wee tripods that I use. Some of the stuff, I've got my jet boil, a wee gas, titanium cup, a couple of bottles of water. It's my Nordisk sleeping shoes for inside the winter time. And then we've got Araba scent, that's 1,000. So again, it's still winter time. Swinging round the airbed today. I've got the Amok one, that's the extra one, that's a winter bag, again takes you off and it's a wee bit more insulated off the ground. My big carry bag, that's the Trailhead 65, the Berghaus. I've got all my gear in that, and that's a wee extra one I carry all my camera gear, so it goes in the front of me, and all my camera equipment in there and various other bits and bobs. always see what's coming across with it. So inside here we've got, what do you say, how is this, just for the winter, it's got a midge neck, trusty old smidge. Although you're saying it's winter time here now, but I can guarantee you there's still beasties about. The midges are out already, but they're not as ferocious. I carry, well, Billy, that's a size number 8, a wee knife I carry all the time with me. And I've also got a wee dandy thing, no lot use with this one. It's a miniature steel for sharpening my knives, in case any get them going to out on the plate, especially if you're cutting a lot of vegetables. But yeah, that's my sleep setup, so I can't wait. Again, this is the first tent camp I've had for about, I'd say maybe a year and a half. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I couldn't have picked a better location. Right at the top of the waterfall. So as I say, that's the rain. The rain was forecast, so that's why I built a tarp across the tent, so it gives me a wee area to sit outside later on if I want to. But now I'm just going to get the kettle on and get a cup of tea and just chill out for a wee while. I think the choice of the setup is absolutely perfect today. I knew the rain was coming, and I've put a tarp up. It's a 4x3 tarp, and I've set it up so it's covered in half the tent, and it's given me a wee area here to sit in. And I've got the fire pit and everything set up for later on for dinner. Right next to the river, look at the view, right over the wee waterfall. But absolutely perfect, so you can see it running off the end there. So it gives me access in and out the tent, and it gives me an area to sit and just chill out and watch the view around about. It's absolutely brilliant. It's great to be back out. As I said earlier on in the video, it's the first tent camp I've had for over a year. So I was out last weekend, and I found a location up in the Perthshire Hills, and it was somebody had built an A-frame out of wood for the local bits and bobs, so I decided to go back there and put a tarp up. So that was my first camp out, it was last weekend. So guess what, bitten with the bug again and back at this year. So back up in Glen Coe today, and we're set up right next to a waterfall. Couldn't have picked a better location. This is brilliant. So again, this year I'm going to be getting right back out, get back out on the bike again, get back out wild camping. So this is the second camp in 2 weeks. So there's got to be a lot more. So I'm going to get, as I say, I've got a wee fire pit there, raised fire pit, so we'll get the dinner on just as the light starts to fade later on. But at the minute I'm just enjoying the peace. And it's absolutely amazing. It's pouring the rain, but I've got as I say, I've got a 4x3 tarp up. I've covered half the tent, and that's all set up here now. But can't get any better. At dinner time, so the night we've got a couple of pork loins and I've got a burger. I've got a buttered roll there in the back, so I've got some onions and some mushrooms. So I'm just going to prep these up and I'm going to get the fire going outside. I'm glad I've got the tarp up because it's chucking it down in the rain, so we'll get all this sorted out. And I'm using the TF gear tonight. That's the TF grill. That one, I can turn it each way when it's on the fire. Much easier to handle. Just cutting them rough because I've gone with butter and salt and pepper, and some of the onion as well. I'm not putting full onion, it'll just be half the onion, so plenty of mushrooms there. And as I say, I'm using the TF grill tonight, so that keeps it, so you turn it around, the butter rolls in there, so you've got plenty of moisture going through. So perfect. The first layer of it up. fine, never enough onions. Cooking with a view. Cheated, so I've got the charcoal zone. It's a wee bit easier because everything's damp, so it's better for cooking. So I've got the TF grill and I've got a couple of pork loins and I've got a quarter pounder. I've got some mushrooms and onions, so I'll get them all in and get them cooked up. The good thing about the TF grill is you just top and tail it, makes it so much easier for cooking with. You just hear a wee, every so often just hear a wee look. Everything's doing away fine. Well, there's a finished article. Quarter pounder with cheese with onions and mushrooms. Toasted over the fire, mixed at the waterfall. Well, dinner's finished with, so that's, as I say, that was a bag of charcoal, so I've moved that and I've put the fireproof blanket down because I'm putting wood onto it now, and just in case. So that's underneath it. It's a raised fire pit, and as I say, it's got the fireproof blanket underneath. Morning. That's just after 7. That was not a bad sleep last night. It rained a lot during the night. You see it just now, it's sitting there. But that was nice and warm, it wasn't cold. So it's time for a cup of tea and a tubby porridge. Can't beat it, a brew with a view. A nice cuppa in the morning. It's a bit chilly this morning, so I'm quite happy to get a wee heat up in my cuppa. Well, just as I found it, all cleared up. No sign of me being there apart from a bit of flat grass. But I thoroughly enjoyed that camp. So hopefully that's the first of many. More to come. If you enjoyed that as usual, give a wee thumbs up and leave a comment. And I'll catch you on the next one.